In the educational video entitled What is Civil Engineering, I've learned lots about civil engineering. It tackles more about the aspect of those projects that I might work on, and it falls into certain subfields. It will help me to have a background knowledge about what I will going to select about the field I want to focus in my last year on college. The first is the structural engineering, which entails calculating and comprehending forces, strain, and stability inside a structure. A bridge, a skyscraper, a landmark, or even a spacecraft are all examples of massive structures that require substantial support. It is also the most difficult in terms of math and physics. Students must first take a statics class, which focuses on the systems that do not move. The second is the reinforcement concrete design. They strengthen concrete structures by embedding steel beams in the concrete. The third class is structural dynamics, which deals with moving systems rather than statics. It includes motion, such as wind or an earthquake shaking a building. The fourth is seismic analysis, which is concerned with determining a structure's response to an earthquake. The fifth class is bridge engineering, which is a study of highway bridge materials, load distribution, and how forces are distributed throughout the structure. The sixth class is mechanics of materials, which is similar to how twisting and bending a beam or column causes it to become inwardly stressed. The seventh subject is timber structure design, which entails analyzing the characteristics and forces of timber structures, among other things. The second field is the geotechnical engineering. It is concerned with the behavior of earth materials such as rock and soil, with soil being the primary focus. The most famous example is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which was built due to soil concerns. They also evaluate the basis of the structures that are being constructed, such as shallow or deep foundations, which transfer weight from the structure to the earth and maintain the structure as stable as feasible. The first geotechnical engineering elective class is geotechnical earthquake engineering, which is similar to learning the dynamic behavior of soil rather than the structure itself. The second is the slope stability analysis, which determines how to construct structures on slopes securely. The third is the depth foundation analysis, which involves a structure going deep into the earth for further support. But there are many more classes than these three. Water resources engineering is the third field. It involves the design of systems to manage human resources, such as water treatment facilities, dams, pipelines, channels, and canals. Coastal hydraulics is the first elective class you might choose, and it will teach you about ocean waste propagation, submerged pipelines, and seawalls to safeguard human habitation. Second is open channel hydraulics, which is a pipeline with an open channel rather than a closed channel. Transportation engineering is the last field. It is concerned with the safe and efficient movement of goods and people. Transportation engineer builds streets, roads, highways, trains, public transportation system, and airports. When a highway interchange is being designed, for example, structural engineering will ensure that the structure is stable and will design the structure itself, but transportation engineering will determine how many lanes are needed for the interchange based on traffic or how the merging should occur to maximize safety. In overall, the educational video taught me a lot about civil engineering, namely the four subfields: the structural, geotechnical, water resources, and transportation engineering. This all will strengthen my journey's foundation.